Hi, Assalamualaikum to Sir Fizal. I hope you're doing fine and always stay safe. My name is Haziq Ziqri Hisham. I am a UiTM Rawak campus student majoring in computer science and mathematics. So today I am going to tell you a little bit about the difference between virtual machine and physical servers. This is my assignment 2 project, CS159 Computer Organization. What is meant by the virtual machine and the physical servers? A virtual machine is a computer system created using software on one physical computer in order to emulate the functionality of another separate physical computer. Different from the physical server, which is a physical server also known as a bare metal servers, is a single tenant computer server, meaning that a specific physical server is designated to a single user. Did you know how do virtual machines work in our life? Virtual machines are made possible by virtualization technology. Virtualization is a method of running many virtual machines on a single machine by using software to emulate virtual hardware. The real machine is referred to as the host, while the virtual machine that run on it are referred to as guests. A hypervisor is a piece of software that oversees this procedure. The hypervisor is in charge of resource management and provisioning, such as memory. From the host to the guest, there is storage. It also schedules operation in virtual machine so that they don't overlap when using resource. Virtual machine can only function if a hypervisor is used to virtualize and distribute host resource. Next, I will talk about the history of virtual machine. In the early 1960s, IBM offered a wide range of systems, each of which differs significantly from the last. Customers found it difficult to keep up with the change and requirement of each new system as a result. Furthermore, computers could only perform one task at a time. You had to execute the operation in batch if you had 2 tasks to complete. This batch processing need wasn't too difficult to meet. It was a big thing to IBM because the majority of their users were in the scientific community, and batch processing had seemed to meet their demand up until this point. So next, I will talk about the comparison between virtual machine and physical machine. This difference is also divided into several aspects, such as performance, management, portability, scalability, capacity management, system recovery, business continuity, security, and lastly, cost. Firstly, from aspect performance, if the company deals with a lot of data that needs to be processed on a regular basis, this aspect should be taken into account. Since virtual machines are vulnerable to performance problems as a result of an overload of virtual server in a physical system, physical servers are much more effective and reliable than virtual machines. Also, from aspect management, in terms of management, virtual machines are much easier to keep up with than physical servers. In the event of a server failure, restoring a physical server to its original state may take several days. With the support of a previously generated virtual machine backup, the recovery process for virtual machine can be started in just a few clicks. Furthermore, a physical server must be thoroughly examined for any flaws and, if necessary, repair. But it can be used. Additional driver must be enabled and configured. This is not the case for virtual machines, which are based on ready-to-use physical hardware. As a result, virtual machine can be generated and turned on in a matter of minutes. Next, from aspect portability, one of the most significant distinctions between physical and virtual server is portability. With little effort on your part, you can easily transfer virtual machine around the virtual world and even from one physical server to another. This is because virtual machines are separate from each other and have their own virtual hardware, making them hardware independent. Also, from aspect scalability, to extend a physical server environment, we need to purchase more costly hardware components and go through a lengthy installation and configuration process. At the same time, a virtual server environments allow for scalability on demand. Multiple virtual machines can be hosted on a single virtual server at the same time, and they can be added or removed with the click of a button. Other than that, from aspect capacity management, physical servers do not make full use of their hardware and software capacities, with an average processing capacity of 25%. As a result, a significant amount of computational resources are wasted, which is not cost effective. Moreover, from aspect system recovery, if the production site was hit by disaster, is it essential to quickly restore mission critical data and operation so as to reduce system downtime and minimize its negative impact on business? It can take several hours or days to restore business operation running on a physical servers. In this case, the disaster recovery process entails setting up a new physical server, installing an OS, setting up application, and restoring critical data from backups. Last but not least, from aspect business continuity, when comparing physical server and virtual machine, it's become evident that virtual machines are more fault tolerant. In case of disaster, the workload of your virtual environment can be transferred in a few clicks to another site, so as to ensure that minimum downtime. After the effect of the disaster have been mitigated and the production center has been restored, you can move the workload from the DR site back to the primary site. Also, one of the another important things from aspect security. In a virtual server environment, security management is easier to configure than in a physical one. With physical server, you must create a security SIM for and server based on its processing capacities and resource, as well as the sensitivity of the data it holds. A virtual server environment, on the other hand, can be secure using a universal security model. As a result, security policies and procedures can be created, recorded, and executed from a single interface, that the hypervisor dashboard. And lastly, from aspect cost, it can be costly to set up and maintain a physical server environment. This is due to regular hardware and software updates, system failure, and computer component and equipment breakdown that are difficult or impossible to fix. Simultaneously, virtualization seems as an ideal solution for business with a large number of servers. And lastly, this is my 7 reference that I used to make my assignment 2 project. So I hope you enjoy my presentation, and thank you to Sir Fizal for teach me about this topic.